Hey guys, and welcome to the lecture for Tuesday, September 22nd. Today we're going to be starting our unit on Google Docs. A lot of this lesson is probably going to be review for most of you. Reason for this being is we're just trying to get a baseline for everybody going. Since you guys all started using Google Docs and Microsoft Word at different points throughout your school careers, we want to make sure that we can kind of hammer down this basic knowledge so that in the future you guys aren't confused and teachers don't have to reteach certain aspects of this. So, first thing I want to do is I want you to copy down this definition for word processor. A program or machine for storing, manipulating, and formatting text entered from a keyboard and providing a printout. This is really important. We just want to make sure that we can establish some common vocabulary, and I'm going to be using the term word processor throughout this unit to describe Google Docs and also Microsoft Word when we get to it, so it's important to have this definition down. Next, we're just going to go over the basic way to navigate the two different types of apps that use Google Docs. So first, we're going to go into Drive. When you are in Drive, what's going to happen is you will have quick access up here at the top. So these are any, recent documents. If you have any forms that you have gotten new responses in, anything like that. Then you have your folders under here. So I can go into Classroom. You can have folders inside of folders. You can also navigate your folders up here. So I can go back to my Drive by clicking that. And then beneath that, you have your actual files. If we look over here, we can click on this My Drive to start a new document. We can also click on the New with the plus button to start a new document. If we click over here on the top right, I can go to a list view rather than a grid view. Over here on the left are all of the different organization options for Google Drive. If I go to priority, this is going to basically give me recents or if I need to respond to something or anything like that. My Drive is just everything that you have. Anything that is shared with me will pop up here. Anything that is recent, anything that I star, all right, and then trash is anything that you delete. Now, I want to start a new document. I'm going to click New and click on Google Docs, and it's going to open up this brand new document. Alternatively, I can click 9 dots up here, and I can click on Google Docs. Now, this is very similar to Google Drive, but focuses solely on Google Docs themselves. So when you open up Docs, right here, you're going to get your templates, okay? This is where you can start a new document. Templates are going to basically give you the formatting of different types of documents without you having to do it yourself. So if I click on Template Gallery, I have all of these options where I can do, like here's book report, notes, lesson plans, letters, resumes, personal stuff, work stuff, all right? If I click on any one of these, it's going to open up a new document with that specific formatting. I can also choose to hide these templates right there if I choose. Now, these are all documents, okay? Google Docs is different from Drive because whereas Drive has docs, slides, sheets, forms, all that stuff, Docs is only going to have the documents that you have. So if I go over here, I can choose to open up this window to actually search for things if I need to. I can choose how I want to sort these different documents. I can choose to do a list view rather than a grid. I prefer to use grid because I like seeing the preview. And then I can choose which ones I want to show. Now, if I wanted to start a new document from here, I'm going to click the blank document right there, and it's just going to open up the same thing that looks like this. So today what we're going to be doing is taking a look at some of these options up here. We're not going to look at file, edit, view, insert, all right, none of that. We're going to be focusing on some of these other options first. So first thing, when you get a new document is you're going to want to title it, all right? If you click up here, you'll be able to title it, type in whatever you want. Also, if you start typing on your actual document and then you go up and click on the name of the document, it is going to take whatever that first line is and make that your title, okay? Now, when I was typing, I think you might have noticed that over here it says saving, and then when I'm done it says save to drive. The thing with Google Docs is everything is saved on the cloud, all right? You will not need to actually hit a save button or save as or anything. It is automatically saving everything to the cloud or over the internet, all right? So you can see I got rid of that, and it's saving again, save to drive. Now I can click on this to see the document status. It says all changes have saved. This document is not ready for offline use. If you do not have an internet connection, what you can do is turn on offline access. This will allow you to edit your documents offline. And then when you get back online, it'll sync everything up and your changes will be there. If you do not turn this on, you will not be able to edit your documents offline. Okay? So next to this cloud, we have Move, where we can move it to a specific folder if we wanted to within our drive, and then we can also star it. Right here, this is the version history button. It is going to tell you when the last edit was made. So right here it says last edit was made seconds ago. So if I click on this, it's going to open up this new window where it will give me each version of the document. Okay, so right here it has the current version, and then this version was when I had just opened up the document. So if I wanted to, I can restore this version, and then it is as if I had never started doing anything, okay? Over here on the right, we've got our document editor history. This is the activity dashboard. It will tell you who is currently viewing the document, which right now I am the only one. It is telling you how many people have viewed this document in the past. It is going to give you a list of all of the comments, and then also who it is shared to. You can also take a look at privacy settings. You can choose whether or not you want to show your history and show your view history. So that is the activity dashboard. Next to that, we have our comment history. No comments have been made, so this is just blank. But if I type right there, and I highlight that, you'll see that this button pops up over on the side. I can click that to add a comment. I'm gonna add a comment that says great job, and then leave that there. So now, this part is highlighted with this comment over on the side. Now if I click on these words, it's going to make this comment pop up, make it more visible, and it'll also be able to reply to it. So I can say thanks or whatever you want to put. So I can do that. Since it's my comment, I can edit it, I can delete it, I can link to whatever. I can also click on this check mark, and when I do, it is going to make that comment go away. So if I click on that, that is called marking as resolved. So I've resolved whatever the comment was about, and now it's gone away. And if I go back up to my comment history, you can see, boom, that is right there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to click this arrow to hide the menus, and we are going to go through all of this stuff right here in the top. So first off, we have our undo button and our redo button. Our print button will open up this printing window. This is the spelling and grammar check. Once you click on that, it'll open up this box over here. And if you have any spelling or grammar errors, all of those will appear here and you can cycle through them. Obviously, I don't have any errors right now, so it's not going to have anything. Don't need to worry about the paint format. For the zoom, you can either choose to have it incredibly large, incredibly small. You can choose to fit it to your screen. I personally like to use just 100%. I think it is a good balance of size and visibility. So right here is where you can save different headings. You can change it. It'll automatically change the text. You can set this to whatever you would like by clicking, just get whatever settings you want up here, and then click Update Heading to match, or Update Title to match, or whatever you want it to be. Then you can change your font right here. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want more fonts, you can click on the More Fonts button at the top, and you can search through all of these different options. Here's where you change the font size. bolding, italicizing, underlining, changing the text color, changing the highlight color. You can add a link here, or if you want to highlight, you can also add a link specifically to that text. If you didn't want to highlight to add a comment, you can just add a comment on the end of wherever your cursor is, and you can do it that way. If you want to upload an image, you have these standard options of uploading from your computer, from your Google Drive, Google Photos, from the image link or camera. You also have the option to search from the web. So when you click on that, this Google Images search pops up over on the right, and I can just put in whatever I want to search for. Click on the image, click Insert, and then that is going to pop up in my document, wherever my cursor is. Now we have the alignment options. We have left align, center align, right align, and then justify. So this is basically very similar to left align, except for it's going to make it look more uniform. More so like a rectangle rather than having the lines have different lengths. So we can just put in some jumbled up stuff. So you can see how each of those changes. There you go. You can see that. If we go to line spacing, I can change it to single space, 1.15, 1.5, or double spaced. I can also choose whether I want to remove a space before or after a paragraph. And I can also do custom spacing. So if I wanted to do, say, 3.7, I can do that. And you can also choose if you want to keep that with the next line, keep the lines together, or prevent single lines. Now, next we have our numbered list options. So if I just click that, it's going to make a numbered list. I can also click this drop-down arrow to have a couple different options. Same thing goes with the bulleted list. I can click that for just a standard bulleted list. I can click the drop-down arrow to get a couple different options. Next up are the indent buttons. Now, if I can increase the indent or decrease the indent, I can clear the formatting of whatever I highlight, so I can change that back to normal. And then over here on the right, you can change the mode in which you are viewing your document. So right here is the editing mode. This is where you can change everything. If I go to suggesting mode and I start to type, it is going to have this highlight on it, and it's also going to create a comment. If I click this check mark, it's going to keep it. And if I click the X, it's going to get rid of it. Anything you do in suggestion mode is just a suggestion. It is not going to save unless you choose to keep it. And then finally, we have our viewing mode, which looks like this. You cannot edit in viewing mode. You are only allowed to view. So that is our first lesson on Google Docs. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me, and I hope you guys have a great day.